Welcome to Attayn, the all-in-one platform helping people and businesses achieve their goals.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you tell us
Thank
a
you.
little? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you decided to become a coach?
Okay. My name is Imaette Oliver Okon, and I'm a registered nurse. I also have like a brand name as a nurse, Nurse Sinosho. So if you get to my social media page or probably on YouTube, you're going to find me as Nurse Sinosho, and on Facebook as Nurse Sinosho. So that's like my brand name. And also, I'm a health coach. What gave me the drive of being a health coach is the fact that I'm already a nurse and I've been exposed to a lot of cases, a lot of scenarios where people are completely unaware or have little or no knowledge about the condition. And I feel like if they had a prior knowledge, or if they had enough information about the preventive aspect or the preventive part of their health situation or their medical condition, they would have had a better prognosis, they would have been diagnosed on time, they would have. So I considered all of these things. One instance I had was that of a man who in his 30s is already having hypertension, and trust me, he had no knowledge about hypertension. And during the course of treating him and counseling him, we found out that he loves salt, and his wife too loves salt. So he had no knowledge about this. Although he said he has been telling his wife not to add so much salt to his food.
He shouldn't blame his wife. He's a grown man.
Exactly. But he still had to blame the woman. So these are the things that actually made me, decide to venture into health coaching. And even before that, I had my social media page where I used to do health education. But health education is actually very different from health coaching, because for health coaching, it has to be individualized. You tailor your coaching services and plans to an individual's unique needs. So that's one of the reasons I love preventive health, and I believe that it is actually more pocket friendly. If you get to know that this is what you should do to avoid this, then it's better to do that, easier to do that than to have to treat it. So that's one of the reasons. Another one is to fill the gap in healthcare. Also, as a nurse, I've realized that what we really do medically is treat patients of various health conditions or various medical conditions, but we do not really have people who are coaching these individuals about their unique needs on diet, nutrition, exercise, mental health, and all of that. I've had a scenario also where someone has actually refused to go to the hospital for a mental health diagnosis because of the stigma that is associated with mental illness. But these are people that if they get coached on time, they'll understand the need to, to further their care, to see a doctor or a physician or psychologist, as the case may be. So these are part of the reasons why I decided to become a health coach. From my social media platforms, I've been able to gather a few persons that I've coached on diets, stress management, mental health, and mostly reproductive health for women.
No, you're spot on. Thank you for such a detailed answer. And as the saying goes, prevention is better than cure. So everything you're saying is spot on. So what would you say you love the most about coaching other people?
Okay, what I love the most about coaching other persons, this has to be really practical, because I've coached at least 50 persons, that is as individuals, not the regular health coaching I do on social media. People who now send me messages to sign up for health coaching. And what motivates me, or what I love about that, is how impactful these sessions are and the value I give, being able to contribute to their goals on wellness for people that have, especially people that are trying to manage stress and their weight as well. These people most times lose self-confidence because of their weight. And so when I'm able to put them through, when I'm able to guide them, when I'm able to contribute to how they can achieve their goals, it brings so much satisfaction and so much happiness to me. Also, I've had a scenario of someone who needed help with, I think she actually had like a yeast in what you call candidiasis, but she did not know that that is what it was. She did not even know the things that she should not do. And you know that most times these people, when they have this, all they go to do is take antibiotics. Meanwhile, there are some of these infections that should not be treated with antibiotics. They should be treated with antifungal. Again, there are some of them that lifestyle modifications can actually prevent it from happening, from recurring, such that even after you've treated, you still have it because you've not yet identified what makes you still have this. So during the health coaching, I had to put her through the predisposing factors of this. And we gave ourselves like 2 months course to ensure that she tries to get rid of the things that are exposing her to this problem. So the feedbacks actually gives me a lot of happiness, a lot of satisfaction, being able to help people meet their goals.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So on the other side of that, what would you consider your biggest challenge in your coaching journey so far?
Yeah. Biggest challenge, right? That means it has to be one. So there's this
yes,
because
just
actually
one. I'm sure there are a lot of challenges. What would you
yes,
say there is like the main challenge?
there's this thing
Yeah, go ahead.
So there's this thing I usually tell people about myself when it comes to the goals I have and what I want to achieve. It has to be self-driven first. You have to be able to motivate yourself first to achieve this. Because personally, I'm someone that does not really work with external motivations or people encouraging me and motivating me. So this is one of the challenges a lot of persons have, lack of motivation.
What is your challenge? Your challenge as a coach, delivering coaching. What are some of the obstacles in your way? I know other people have their own challenges.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah. So I actually wanted to put that as one of the challenges for others because it affects the health coach as well.
I see.
When the client does not have the
Internal
internal or
motivation.
intrinsic motivation, yes,
That's
it
fair.
does
That's
not
fair.
help you
That's fair.
because you are doing all your best to actually guide or to actually assist or put this person through. You have a smart goal, you've set the goals, but each time you should get a progress or you should have an improvement, you find out that there's a decline from the end of the client on what you had already agreed. Let's say, for example, we are doing a stress management coaching, or we have a stress management how do I put that? Yes, coaching, obviously. And you've set your goals on how to achieve this, and you are tracking it. And there are some of the things you said you agreed with the clients, and the client said, okay, I want to do this for this period of time in order for us to meet this goal. Yes, that makes it a little bit hard for you not to. For me, that is what affects me because it somehow means, okay, how else do you want to talk to
Yeah, I
the
mean, the context I'll give is so this saying that says you can force a horse to a river, but you
yes,
can't
but
force it to drink.
to
I
drink
know,
water.
I know, I know. And I'm just people are different, and it's very, very hard to commit to something that isn't necessarily pleasing to do, right? That's where discipline comes in. That's where routine comes in. And you could have all the incentives in the world. You could help people understand, like, hey, if you don't take these preventive steps, it will lead to your death. But some people are just not able to get there regardless of the incentives. And so the best we can do is try, provide the resources, follow up, give nudges, give reminders. And those are some of the things we're hoping that the Attayn platform can ultimately help coaches do, right? So imagine you could, have a client create a progress tracker that ultimately sends notifications to the client like reminders. Hey, have you gone for a 30-minute walk today? Hey, have you taken your 15 minutes of meditation today? Then they get to say yes or no. But that reminder every day or whatever the schedule is could help them kind of stick to their goals. And those are some of the things that we're hoping we can, arm coaches with to help make their lives easier. So all that being said, you talked about coaching on social media. So what made you decide to bring your coaching practice to Attayn?
Attayn Live. Okay, so this is it. Before I got to Attayn, I was already looking at advancing my coaching skills and also getting to coach on platforms that would take me off the usual social media platform like Facebook and Instagram. So when I got to Attayn and I read a few things about Attayn, I knew that, okay, this is a platform that can actually give me what I need, in the sense that, for example, the resources that we are actually doing, even if I did not know that this is what we would be doing, I had always envisaged a platform that would just give me the opportunity to think more, to explore other options of coaching, not just going live and talking about random things. So I wanted a platform that would make me to be more focused on a particular niche.
Okay.
And I think Attayn Live has given me, because obviously I wouldn't know what Attayn can make me achieve if I'm not already on Attayn. So what I am saying now is basically my experience from being on Attayn. For example, the resources that we've actually done, initially I wanted to have someone do that resource for me, but I had to do it myself. Video editing, adding the resource. There are a lot of things I did not know how to navigate, how to go about, but Attayn Live gave me the opportunity to do that because it pushed me out of my comfort zone. That is just what I should say. It pushed me out of my comfort zone. And also time management. I've been someone that have been on a routine of 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. So now I have to actually schedule the things I need to do on time and all of that. So Attayn is one platform, although it is new and I love being part of new projects. So that was one of the reasons I joined, because I was like, okay, this is a new platform. You could actually you can actually contribute.
Okay, no, that's great. That's great. Now, final question. When do you think about your coaching career? If nothing could stand in your way, where do you see your coaching career in 5 years?
5 years looks long, but it's actually not long.
You can say 2 years as well, 2 or 5 years. How about that? Yeah.
Long.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so if nothing stands on my way, I would actually love to have more like a community of health coaches as well.
Okay.
Community of health coaches as well, and have like courses. Let's say I'm currently doing a course on Allison on health coaching and mentorship, because I do career mentorship for nurses as well. So I'm looking at having a community of health coaches and not coaching people, not with clients, but health coaches, community of health coaches, because health coaching is something that should be invested in, or coaching is something we should invest in. Career coaching, I tell most nurses that I don't know how to put this, but I think I would have been better. I would have achieved more than I have if I had a good career coaching, as at the time I should have had it. I mean, from the basics, from when you are in school of nursing, you're just there learning how to give injection, how to do this. You don't have any form of career counseling or coaching at all. Most of the nurses that have graduated this year, I know how many of them come to my DM and ask me, oh, how do they go about this? They didn't know you could stay for 2 months without having a job. They didn't know.
Yeah.
And that applies to individuals as well when it comes to their health situation. There are times I go online and talk about something. Someone messages me and says, nurse, I have never heard about that. I can't even mention those things. There are things you think that these things are very common, that someone should know, but an adult of over 40 has never heard of it. And yet we say we are in a civilized world. I don't know how civilized it is. So I intend having like a community of health coaches where I train people, health coaches, nurses, or people in the health profession, or anybody at all who wants to take up health coaching as a career.
No, that's a great vision, and I hope that, you know, Attayn can sort of help you get there. And it's definitely something we're thinking about building out, which is the opportunity for people to subscribe to a health coach from a mentorship standpoint versus someone helping them with their health, right? So it's in the works. It is possible. So I'm glad to hear that you have that as something you want to do, because it's something we will be exploring in the future. Well, thank you so much for your time. Look forward to catching up again in the future.